Do you know what time it is? Welcome back, everyone, to the Legacy of Nerd. Wow, it has been a moment since I have streamed. We have a big stream coming up next week. We have the big giveaway we will talk about here in a second. So we're gonna catch up everybody on what's been going on over here. We have a lot to talk about with the comic book, but I want to talk tonight with our special guest host. She has been helping me behind the scenes quite a bit lately, but I want everyone to welcome my lady cat to the chat.
Hi,
How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, good. Kind of frantic because I was running around, but we are good now. And I'm good to see everybody. We got Josh in the house. You know what time it is. We got LeBron. We got you're right there in the chat right now. We got Mighty Morphin DJ. Dude, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a second. And everything going good with you, man? Astronaut Ranger saying we got Rolando, we got Tanya. Tanya and Josh did some really cool stuff recently and kind of promoted me at some events, which was really cool of them.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
we're gonna give them shout outs today. Wanda's in the house. We love Wanda. Geek Detective Pierce, what's up? How you doing? We got Spooky Ashulacia. We got Zach Norberry. What's going on, man? AZ in the house. Remind everybody to follow or to check my link tree for all of our links. We got Christopher. How are you doing? We got Chris Irwin. We got Random Person. Get this out. 1, 2, 3. What's up, man? Everyone just saying hi to each other. Oh, we got Jaeger, man. I haven't seen you in a bit. How you doing, man? So we have an itinerary today. We have a lot to talk about because it's been a while since I've been on stream, and we've had the return come out. We've had Power Rangers Godzilla. We've had updates with Nostalgicon. We have updates with More Phenomenal, and kind of want to let you guys all know about all that stuff. Excuse me, I am getting over allergies, and I have been coughing,
Oh,
so I apologize for that.
yeah, I know how that is.
Oh
The
man.
pollen, man, it's insane.
And Texas is one of the worst places for allergies that has been said quite often. So I'm going to share my screen. As you guys know, I usually post my topics on Facebook prior to the stream. And the first thing we're going to talk about today is MMPR, The Return. This is a book that is being written by Amy Jo Johnson and Matt Hodson. Matt Hodson being Amy Jo's boyfriend. A lot of you guys know that we actually spoke to Matt Hodson here on the channel here, and he gave us a lot of behind the scenes and gave us a lot of info for possibly the future. So we got Dan Clements and hello, y'all have a question with Power Rangers. Keep going. Cool, cool. Tyler says, hey Daniel, hope for another live stream. Oh, happy for another one. So I kind of did my video. I know a lot of people have watched my video, but Kat, what were your I guess not your ideas, but what were your thoughts about the return?
How far can I go? Should we not go up to the third one?
No, we'll go full spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about all of it.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
I mean, it just gave me such nostalgia. It's so well written.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does embody all of the characters, and I really got a lot of like positive feelings of nostalgia from it. So I enjoyed it.
Feels like a real like evolution. So it's the first time I felt like Power Rangers grew with us. Even Once and Always, like it took some major steps with Once and Always, right? Like people were dying on screen. I mean, they've died on screen before, but like they were saying kill, like the stakes were much higher, but it quite wasn't there, right? But this book was like really like okay, like we're gonna like draw the seriousness from it. So let us know in the comments what you guys think. Let's say the Crib said I did too. Okay, cool. Christopher says I have read MMPR The Return so far and I completely love it. I have to agree, it's really good. One thing about issue 1 was just like how I guess it's weird because like it seemed like Kimberly was like really really depressed in issue 1, but yet they were almost like living in this utopia because like they won.
Right.
Like that's the whole point. Like there was no need for Power Rangers anymore. Like and they were, and Zach was very much living in the past, and he was like wanting to still be a ranger and the famous of it. Billy was still trying to use the powers to better the better the world, but they're really not supposed to be using the powers because they're worried that issues can arise from it, which it does. So Yeah, because I haven't finished reading issue 3, but oh well, spoil away. Oh man, dude, you got to finish it. It's so good. And
It's worth it.
I think with issue 3, we didn't find out anything that sort of like we didn't think was coming. Like that was the thing about issue 3. Like it was like fill in those gaps, and because we I think we all knew that this, the person that showed up on Kimberly's doorstep was Selena, where they thought initially was Trini's cousin, but it ended up being Rita and Zed's daughter. And we kind of all figured that, from the beginning, even before the book came out. Like the one thing I did not want it to be was Scorpina. I was not want, because I think it was so easy to say if it was Scorpina.
True.
And I was like, man, that's one thing I don't want. I'm actually way behind comic book wise, man. I feel like the comic books are kind of like all we have right now. We don't have the toys, we don't have the show. We're getting very little information about the show that's supposed to be coming up if we get it. So, yeah, we got Arrow 26. What's up, man? Saying hi, everyone. Issue 3 leaves you in suspense for issue 4. It does. How many issues will it be? There's only going to be 4 issues. That's the insane part of it. So
they do so much in 4 issues, and yeah. I want more.
So one thing, we knew from the beginning, or we're getting ideas that Tommy was not alive during this series. So, I had talked to Matt Hodson after issue 2 came out, and one thing that I didn't know is that this story had been written 4 years ago. Like this part, there's Trini and Tommy not being involved in the story because they're no longer there. Like that has been a pre-thing. So that was even predating JDF's death. So a lot of people think, but because I hear a lot of people saying like, oh, they're copying real life, so JDF's gone, so Tommy is gone, or whatever the reason that they may use, whether it be a creative reason or a negative reason or a positive reason, right? But the reality is that this story has been written for 4 years. It's just coming out now. So I think that was one real interesting thing to learn. Michael Simmons, I grew up watching Power Rangers and Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. Very cool. What's your favorite comic exclusive character? Ooh, what about you for Kat? Do you have a favorite comic exclusive?
I'm gonna be real with you. The only comics for Power Rangers I've read are the Return.
The Return? Okay. Comic exclusive. So I would think like there's some forms that are comic exclusive. So like I think Ranger Slayer is really cool. That's like a really cool concept. We had Evil Tommy before, so Lord Draken's kind of like, not too far outside what we have had, but like Ranger Slayer, like, basically, this is a Kimberly that Tommy has brainwashed and is making him do everything to his will. And the crazy part about this is, they've only been subtle about this, is that Ranger Slayer is Lord Draken's sort of partner. And of course, she obeys everything he tells her to do. So it kind of brings a very much more sinister aspect to that of what Lord Draken is controlling Ranger Slayer to do, which is kind of scary.
Yeah, a lot darker than the shows ever got to touch.
Much. I haven't even started these issues. Oh my God, Andrew. It's so good, guys.
It's worth it.
It's so good.
Worth it.
And I was like all in, but when I talked to Matt Hodson, I was even more like into it, just like learning like behind the scenes and what they're trying to do and how they're putting the story together. I just started reading all the comics. My wife just got me a bunch and been reading it. That's awesome. Astronaut Ranger Saiyajin's wife is like awesome. She'll randomly show up with like a Morpher and just give him a Morpher and Megazord.
What?
She's one. Yes, like she's amazing, man.
Where can we find more people like this?
Right? Maddie says, evening all joining the party late. No worries. Yo, you need to do a collaborative with Henry Resilient, also Ranger Guy in the future. It's Morphin time. I used to hang out on his streams like early on. I just been super busy lately. So if you want to see collaborations, go look at his streams from like a year ago. So they're there, man. What's up? Hey, Patrick in that house, man. Patrick, it's funny because one of the topics today is the sequel to the movie, and I want to talk about his comic too. So, Milady, do you know Patrick Sky? Have you been familiar with him before?
I'm terrible. I'm fairly new to the fandom.
So he's famous. He's a famous, super famous Power Rangers cosplayer. He's a cosplayer, but very famous in the Power Rangers community. Um, but he's also a comic book writer, and
Oh,
he
that's awesome.
wrote Rise of the Dragon, which is his sequel to the 2017 movie. And he is
Ooh.
self-funding, self-creating. He has an artist that he has an artist, penciler, inker that are helping him create this comic. And issue 2 will be coming out. I think he said June. I don't want to
Ooh.
misquote. I think he said it'll be ready for Ranger Stop over there in Atlanta. So
Okay.
I don't want to
Maybe I'll have
misquote.
to pick up a second comic then.
Yeah, I mean, I got the first one. Patrick, I don't know if you put a way to pre-order, but let me know and let us know in the chat if there's a way to pre-order or if there's way coming up. Everyone's saying hi. Everyone's saying hi. The Omega or Solaris Rangers. So the Omega Rangers are really cool. Are you familiar with those, Kat? Omega
I'm
Rangers?
terrible. I'm saying no
No, it's
to
okay.
everything.
No,
I'm
it's
I'm
okay.
not a
It's
real
okay.
fan.
It's okay. No. There's different kinds of fans, and the idea and the point of this channel is like to inform people, right? So it's to let
Mhm.
people know what different things are out there for you to go out there and check out. And it could be something as simple as just like reading Ranger Wiki and seeing if you're cool
True.
with it, right? So like
Yeah.
the Omega Rangers. So the idea with the Omega Rangers is when Jason, Trini, and Zach went to the peace conference, it was in actuality Zordon sent them on a secret missions in space, and they are now Omega Rangers. They're utilizing a new power source,
That's
so they
cool.
have new uniforms and everything like that.
Yeah, I'm mostly on the cosplay side. I like to make all my cosplays. So,
Yeah.
and any cosplayers, I'm just like, yes, let's support each other.
Well, let's actually before I forget. Hold on, let me because I want to highlight you. You have something here in the back here that.
Oh, which way? I feel like a dunce. Just like, yeah, I have my
So,
jackets back
so what
there.
is your? You have two
I
Power Ranger
do.
cosplays currently. What are?
That's the Andros jacket. I have also Ashley as well, and then I'm working on sewing both of their in space suits.
That's awesome. Um, Oh my god. How do I put us back up? Okay, I was like, you're just
We're
stuck
breaking
there.
things.
I was about to say you're just stuck there now. Like
Oh
that's
no,
yeah.
don't do that to me.
So one thing that Kat did, what the Kat does that's really awesome is she makes these amazing stickers. So she has a set that I got from her.
Oh yeah, I
Um
have more.
so yes, those are really awesome. But I want to show these off too because if I can get this little, your nice, she sends them in very pretty little packages, which I don't even know where you get these from. I
I
used
mean,
to sell on eBay quite often, and I just got everything from Amazon. But she has Meow in Space Rangers,
Meow
and
Rangers.
these are so cool. I love these.
Yeah,
Uh,
I like to draw occasionally.
these are so cool. So it's the red and yellow ranger in a box hanging out together, and then we
I
got
mean,
Meow Andros here, right there.
I mean cats if they fit, they sit.
We got the silver Meow cat. We got oh, I dropped one. Got Carlos, Carlos maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. You're coming up with better puns than I did.
You're there. There's TJ, and then there's Ashley right there. It's really cool. Shame on you, Andrew. I miss JDFs. I know a lot of us
Yeah.
do as well. Pete says I have Team and Team MMPR comic where they team up. That's awesome.
Ooh.
So one thing that if you want to show those stickers off real quick
Oh.
that we're gonna do today, she has been kind enough to do a giveaway. So is this gonna be United States only? I forgot to ask you.
I could probably get an international stamp.
Okay.
It's not hard. They don't weigh much.
Okay, cool. So international guys, this doesn't happen very often on this channel. So international giveaway. If you guys are interested, there's a way to get to there first. So the first way is we need to get our friend Kat's Instagram. We need to get her some
Thank you.
followers. So let me find out what you are right now. So you are at
Oh no, not the exact numbers.
well, I got to see the number so we can say. So you're at 1254. So you're at 54 right now. So let's try to get her to 1274, and that will be our goal to do the giveaway. And then we'll do the giveaway later on tonight. But as long as she gets to 1274 or even higher, we will get there. Let me make sure.
I think you're looking at the wrong number. I'm at 1194.
I probably am.
So
Real quick, I
so
want to put your link
one
in.
two 1 4. Am I doing math? Is the mathing?
Let me see. Yeah, 1194. Oh, okay. I'm looking at the following 1194. So she needs to get to 1214. 1214. Okay. Kat, will you
Math
put
is
your link?
hard.
Will you put
It's
your
under
link real
9.
quick in the chat? Actually, I think I can do it. Well, maybe I can't. Let me see. Oh, actually, I can't because you sent it to me. Let me see. 1 second. Let me put your in the chat. Or maybe I can't. Okay. Technical difficulties.
It's me. I break technology. I'm sorry.
No, it's not. Okay. Do that. Do that. Go back to comments. Do that. Paste. All right, guys. There's her chat, or there's her link. Make sure to follow. And when we get to 1-4, we will be eligible to do the giveaway. So okay, Nathan just followed. Awesome. Let me see if I
Thank
can
you.
get it to pin it. See, it's not letting me pin. Dang
Oh
it.
no. Maybe one of your amazing mods can pin it.
I don't know if they can actually. I don't know if.
On which
Okay,
platform?
I got it
Okay.
on my YouTube. There's not a way to do it on Facebook. At least I don't think there is.
There is on Instagram
Uh,
and probably
I don't
Facebook.
know how to use Instagram. I know we're live on Instagram, guys, and I know there's probably people there watching. And I'm sorry, but it's easier if you go over to YouTube or Facebook. I can see your comments there because the way it is, it just doesn't do it. So yeah, those whole set of MMPR stickers. If you want to show them real quick, we'll be giving away those tonight. Very awesome.
Yeah, they're holographic
Oh
too,
my
so
god,
extra shiny.
those are cool, man. I love those.
And then I even have Alpha and the Megazord, which you don't always see stickers of them.
Dude. See, everyone's like, I'm already following you.
Thank you.
Okay, let me go back to the comments real quick because I know Patrick answered the question. You wait 2 cards. Second printing for issue number 1 will be available next week. Oh, there's a second printing
Ooh.
next week with new cover issue number 2 targeting June, July. Okay, cool. We got Nerd Affiliate in the house. What's up, man? How you doing? Christopher saying, Kat, welcome to the fandom.
Thank you.
Nathan's in the house. Patrick. Oh, yeah. Make sure you put in that in the chat as well. Awesome Power Rangers stuff and news. Tanya, I know she's in Australia, so I know she's super busy, but try to hang out for the stream today. I think it's Monday afternoon already there. So those stickers look great. Does she have Etsy? Do you have an Etsy, Cat?
I do. Those ones aren't listed on Etsy, but I can make a link afterwards.
Awesome. If you want to put that link in the chat, Cat, also.
I believe I have a link tree, so I can just do that.
Cool. So go check her link tree on her Instagram. Now at 11.95. Very cool.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I appreciate all of you guys.
Awesome. And if you guys notice, we've been having some more people join our channel here. We're expanding. So
yeah, 5K, right?
Yeah, we have 5K on YouTube now, which isn't that's why we're gonna do that big giveaway, which we're talking about later on for next week. But it's been crazy. We have 60K on Facebook and 47 on Instagram, which is I always think it's I feel very blessed. Like I feel it's cliche saying the blessed thing, but like I used to like say, oh man, people are say they're blessed are still annoying, but like it really is like I get to come on here, I get to talk about Power Rangers, I get to talk about nerd stuff. I'm just like some like late 30 fat guy, and people like seem to want to hang out with me. It's really
you put
really
in the
cool.
work. You seriously put in the work with all your posts, and you try to like stay on top of everything. You're honestly one of the best news sources I have for Power Rangers stuff. So I appreciate it.
Thank you. And when it's funny, there's not a lot of news, but so I tried to, I'm trying to keep the brand going right now. Like it's obviously not Hasbro right now, right? So it's, it's Boom is doing it, and with the comics and influencers, right? Like Estee and, I can think, Deoxy 360 is doing an amazing job. There's a lot of other influencers out there that are putting out Power Ranger content and keeping it going. So those guys are, those guys came before me, and those guys, made the trail that I'm just walking on. So let's see. Andrew said he followed. Will they keep making Power Rangers show? I hope so. I
hope
really
so.
do hope so. It's nearly 12 p.m. Monday here. See, it's lunchtime.
Yep.
You are a hard worker and using the power. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, Marv. Thanks for being here too. Thank you. You're honestly one of the best PR news sources I have. Saying, thank you, thank you.
Not the quote.
They're quoting you now.
Oh goodness.
So one thing I think is really cool about the return is they're calling him Rogue Red Ranger. So they were
Mm-hmm.
talking about Renegade at one point, but they've officially called it Rogue Red Ranger. It's a pretty cool concept. It gives me like really like X-Men Cable vibes. I don't know if you're familiar with X-Men or Cable.
Yeah, I also get a little bit of Mandalorian vibes. You know,
Oh yeah, you're
with
right.
the
I could
shoulder
see that too.
pads and the cape. You know.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like that. You know, when I first saw this, my idea was like, why is a Power Ranger wearing pockets? Like, why is it necessary? You know what I mean? Like, and then Matt Hodson was just saying, like, basically he's not powering down anymore. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
literally staying in Red Ranger mode 24/7.
Which
So,
is insane.
yeah, like he needs to carry things sometimes now. So like that's why we're adding these things. And I'm like, that's crazy, man. And that's a
Yeah.
really cool concept. We had talked about it being sort of like the Superman issue, like
Mm-hmm.
if you have the power to stop all the bad that's happening, shouldn't you do it? And he's having that issue. And
Right.
it's kind of sad and tragic at the same time,
Right, because he was a firefighter and he saw
yeah.
all of that, which is hard. That's a very hard profession, and then to deal with that and actually have the ability to do more of a change,
Yeah.
that's tough to wrestle with.
It's really crazy. And one thing he says, like, if he had realized more people were going to gravitate towards that, he probably would have written more about the character.
Mm.
So,
Maybe spin-off.
I mean, he's talking sequel series. He
I'd
wants
be
to do it.
down.
He wants to do it. Dude, I'm 46 and do the same thing. Respect. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, man. You're a real person, a great creator. That's why people want to hear from what you have to say and just chill with. Thank you.
Hmm.
I want to be more real, and I think a lot of people like. I feel like a lot of people can easily access me, and now I do have to say like I do have to screen messages now because I probably get about like I don't know 70 spam messages a day
Oh
of
wow.
like I can make your YouTube channel explode or whatever this and that or what's your WhatsApp phone number or something like that, and I'm like, so I have to make sure people are real now. So
Right.
yeah, that's the only thing. So it's a little bit harder now, but I try to respond to people as much as I can. This is my first time ever watching something like this, and I think your live stream is awesome. Oh, thank you, Zach. I appreciate it, man. Bring back the Green Ranger, dude. There's something going on with that. Cole Dragovich saying hi. What's up, Cole, man? How you doing? Finally, someone older than me. That's funny. We like you. it gives 90 vibe, all the pockets and pads. Yeah, I agree.
Hmm.
I think of like 90s X-Men 24/7. How does he that's the crazy thing. Like,
How does he eat?
there's no need. There's no
Right.
need for that. Like, he's beyond that, which is like kind of sad too. Like, he's not enjoying life at all. Saying hi to another. Andrew said, I missed something. What book is that Red Ranger from? MMPR The Return, man. It's so good. I can make your YouTube channel explode. Roy Rock says
Thank
she's
you.
cute. I want to see a new Yellow Ranger in the Return comics. Do you think that will happen? I have a feeling like it should. I mean, I don't know who it would be at this point. That would be
Right.
Trini's cousin. It's not going to happen that way. So,
Yeah, it's interesting because they bring Trini's power coin back, so we know
yeah,
it still exists.
yeah,
Like
it's
wasn't
there.
destroyed.
Yeah.
So
Saying hi to Rolando. You amaze me how you still work a full-time job, husband, father, and
right.
find the time to still put too much work into your content. I'm still trying to. Yeah, I do a lot of the things when like I'm in the bathroom. I'll be honest. No,
Scheduling your posts,
right. I do schedule my posts, so that's
that
one thing.
helps.
On Facebook, I schedule my posts. A lot. If you guys know, like a lot of my YouTube comments or content is very random. So, but I have templates that I kind of made, like for
Mhm.
my intros, my outros. My filming is it's getting easier to film now. I have a lot of anxiety when I film. And that's
Oh,
one thing
I
that
understand that.
that's one thing I don't talk about a lot. I get like weird sometimes when I get like super frustrated with what like I'm not liking when it's coming out. Like, you know, uh, I cut out a lot of like, for some reason, like I hiccup a lot when I get nervous or something, and so like I have to cut those out. Weird, I don't do them a lot on streams, but when I'm filming when nobody's here, like I have more anxiety than I do when it's just here talking to you guys. It's really strange. So
Oh, I get that too. I've made content on like TikTok and stuff like that, but the reason I don't post a lot is because I'm so anxious about it,
yeah,
and it's just hard for me to film because I'm so critical of myself. And
yeah,
the ones that I actually do post are ones that I've been able to let go and just like have fun with whatever audio.
yeah.
And so those ones that I'm comfortable with then make it onto Instagram.
it,
But
it's gotten easier and it's gotten better, and it does get like the more you do it, like, right, so I've been
mhm,
like, man, like we're coming up on 2 years here on the channel. So it's gotten better over the last 2 years, and my editing skills have gotten better, and
mhm,
me being able to talk to myself by myself has gotten better. But that's why I wanted, like, I brought in Ray in, I'm bringing you in,
mhm,
to kind of mix things up, so like, it's not always the same thing. But yeah, I do get a lot of anxiety when I film, but like I said, I've been able to talk more straight through a video, so like I can get them out quicker,
right.
and I edit really fast and I get them out quick and I can upload really quick. So I honestly, if I make a video during the day, like it might be on my lunch,
Mhm.
and it's uploading and I'm back in a meeting. You know what I mean? Like while it's uploading to YouTube, if I do. But a lot of times I'll get up like super early and do it too. So if you don't forget, hit that like button. Oh yes, thank you. Please hit that like button.
You have a great mod team.
Hey, they're doing really good. They've done really good. They've been a really good team. Give him a baby alpha. Aw. I think he's talking about the Red Ranger. Give him a baby alpha.
Yeah. So it was like Baby Yoda, Grogu, but
Right? Yeah.
well, Billy
Uh,
was working on a new alpha, right?
there
And
was, so I think he was using coding from the alpha on
oh, okay.
something, but they weren't clear about that. They weren't clear about that. Mark's in the house saying Power Rangers. What's up, man? How you doing? I usually there when he does interviews. Yeah, so AZ is usually there helping me when I'm doing interviews. He helps me with make sure nobody knocks over my stuff and setting up mics because I forget a lot. I let
Bodyguard.
Yeah, well, like I let people like just walk off with my mic sometimes. And he remembers now that I don't do that. So he helps me with that.
We'll just get you neon tape and then like an AirTag equivalent. So you can't lose
Right.
it. You'll just be like going around the con, like where is it? Trying to
That's a
get
good
it off.
idea. Man, I feel the same way interviewing Steve Cardenas. So Nathan interviewed Steve Cardenas. Remember that? I was nervous, and meeting Johnny Bosch at my first Comic Con was like, wow. So I remember watching Nathan's interview, and he put a blooper at the end. So his wife was filming for him, and the interview was great. Like he did good, but he put a blooper at the end, and his wife is at the end. She's like, oh, I think I forgot to press play, and he just
Oh my god.
like you ever like dun dun dun, like just like his face was like, but obviously she pressed play because it was recording that, but it was funny.
Like that
I,
dial-up tone is just playing in their minds.
just
Like,
It was
what?
awesome. I like hearing you talk about how you handle your content, keeping it real. Yeah, man, I could sit here and talk about that all day of what I think works and doesn't work, but I think it's always different for each person,
Mhm.
and it depends on everybody's style. So
Right.
I'm currently working on Next Generation Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I got some ideas, but I'm nervous about my ideas. Just put them down, put them on paper. Can't ever hurt. Hey, just be yourself and do your best and put it out there, and you'll find your core group. Yes, I agree. I mean, we got our group now. It's pretty fun. On my Instagram page, Action Figure Fight Club, I have been stagnant because I got sick and oh wow, and
Yeah.
septic. I hope you're feeling better, man,
Yeah.
dude.
It's hard. I live with a chronic illness, so I really do understand the like internal struggle of trying to make sure you're taking care of your health and your body and what you need to do, but
Yeah.
also wanting to make content because I sorry for like going off on a little tangent here,
No, talk.
but I mean, I grew up with Power Rangers. That was the only show that my brother and I could agree on. So that's why we had like different DVDs or we would watch it when it was coming out on Saturday mornings. And we would do that. And so when my chronic health condition kind of got a little worse, I was like, okay, I need something to, like keep me positive, which is how I started the in space cosplays. And so I've been kind of dealing with it like, yes, I want to cosplay because it brings me like joy and it helps me keep my spirits up. But at the same time, I need to listen to my body and rest.
Yeah.
So I'm inconsistent with posting content just because I don't have the energy all the time to film it. But when I do like get into cosplay, it just brings me such joy to do it that I'm like, okay, it's still worth it to do it, you know? It's
Yeah.
worth the effort.
I mean, the only when you're feeling better and you're able to go out and cosplay, I would say just film as much content as you
Mhm.
can, and then just spread it out. It doesn't all have to go up at one time.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And AZ knows, like, I still haven't even posted my interviews with James O'Barr, the
Mhm.
creator of The Crow, or Mark Dacascos. I interviewed them both, and I still haven't put it up because it hasn't really been a good time to put it up because I
Right.
wanted to have more coincide with maybe the movie that's coming out,
Exactly.
and or Legend of the White Dragon from Mark Dacascos.
Mhm.
But I have them there if I ever need them on a rainy day, sort of thing, like something to post. So I mean, it's one thing that you could do, but I know it's been hard on you, and you've been doing awesome. That's all I can say about that. So
Thank you.
Wanda gave us a super chat. I appreciate
Ooh.
you. You did way too much, Wanda. Way too much.
Wanda's the
Rachel,
best.
she is the best. And I'll tell you guys why here in a second. Rachel's saying hello. It's on Wattpad. Oh, very cool, man. AZ is a hip hop keto expert. It's funny because AZ is everywhere, but he's nowhere at the same time. Has
He's a
anyone won
ninja.
the giveaway? Oh, so we're. I think you're talking. If you're talking about the big Green Ranger giveaway, that's actually next week. We're doing a giveaway tonight for a special set of stickers that Kat made. We're doing that later tonight. I haven't checked your Instagram. Did you get your goal yet?
Oh,
I was like, I
hold
don't
on.
even know. Daniel, do you have one top favorite? It's always going to be White Ranger Tommy. That's my.
We're
I don't
getting
know.
close.
Are you
9
close?
more.
9 more. We need 9 more follows on her Instagram, guys, on Milady Cat, and we will give away those set of stickers. If you want to hold them up to the camera really close, real quick, one more time, we'll be giving those away internationally.
Mhm.
So if you guys are in the UK, Australia, Tanya, or somewhere else, you have an opportunity to win those tonight. So I want to talk a little bit more about the return. Let's see. Well, let's see where we're at actually. Uh, that was issue 2. We kind of talked
Mhm.
about how Selena, or the backs. I guess the one thing we haven't really talked about is Tommy, and we talked about he was always designed to not be there as far as the story goes. But
Mhm.
what did you think about, like, sort of Tommy's sacrifice?
It seemed very in character, especially when we get to, like, the 3rd one. Like,
Mm,
just the way it happened, I was it was believable, right? Like, that seems like something Tommy would do at all costs.
yeah, I agree. And it's funny because I think most of us were thinking, like, he didn't, after we found out what happened in issue 2, like, he didn't make it back because he saved whoever, that daughter.
Mhm.
We didn't know for sure it was a daughter, but we're thinking, like, that's probably what he did, right?
Mhm.
So and that's exactly what happened. I mean, they did leave a very sort of open, it's not open ended, but it kind of left like a hint that he may still be around, and he might just be in a different ethereal form now. Might be a morphing grid ghost instead. Um,
Yeah,
they
which is
kind of
insane.
hinted it could happen, and that kind of brings us here. I'm with the podcast, and I'm an awesome team. You'll find your group. Uh, yeah, that's awesome, man. When I talked to David Yost this week, and I asked him if he was going to continue the Instagram comic book reads with Amy, he's like, "You like those? Did you?" And told him that they've been great.
Oh,
Have you seen those, Cat?
mm-mm.
Dude, so he gets props. He gets all into it. So,
Oh,
like,
sweet.
they were reading issue 2, and, like, he was like pretending to be Lord Zed, so like he wore like a hat or something. But then at
Oh.
the end, where oh no, he wore a wig or
That's
something. But
even better.
the end where he was reading for Selena, right? He put on like a wig with ponytails.
That's awesome.
And then Amy Jo, I guess she didn't know for issue 1 he was gonna do that. He did that for issue 1. So issue 2, she was playing Rita. So
Mhm.
she brought her pans and she like stuck her pans right here, like her strainer pans.
Yeah.
It was great, man. It was so funny. And it's funny because, like, every now and then, like, Amy Jo kind of like gets into it, like she's really like acting for a second, and then like you see David Yost over there in like pigtails, and she just like loses it. So, like, it's super funny. Yeah, I'm getting there with my health. I've had a pick line. Oh my god, 6 weeks for acclimating, but I'm finally infection free and hopefully get my pick. Dude, that's awesome.
That's
Congratulations, man.
fantastic.
The Mark interview was amazing. Definitely look out for when it comes out. One of my favorite interviews he's done so far. So one thing that I think I've talked about this before. So when I was doing the Mark interview, he answered 3 of my questions when I asked only one. So I was like looking at my question list and I was like, crap. And like, so I had to make up questions while I was doing the interview. Because I usually have my questions ready for myself. Excuse me. I just read issue 3 of MMPR The Return, and I'm really excited for issue 4. I hope this leads to a new ongoing series for The Return. So if you guys have checked out my interview with Matt Hodgson, he wants to do a sequel, and he's just waiting for approval for an official word that they can do it. I still think Anna Park should have been the Red Ranger. That would have been interesting. Let's see. Okay, we're like way behind. So get a little bit back on schedule here. So issue 3. So which brings us to the essence. So one thing we found out in issue 3 is that Rita may still be alive because she transferred her essence into the morphing grid, which brought me to like, that's pretty much kind of like very similar to the movie, right? So like in the movie, Zordon dies. You know, he was the original Red Ranger, but he transfers his essence into the morphing grid.
I thought Alpha did it for him.
Well, Alpha did it. You know, his essence is in the morphing grid, right? So, and he's waiting for, you know, them to be able to morph, or for them, the morphing grid to open back up,
right?
So that he can, you know, come back through and be alive again. Well, you know, I think that's something similar we can see in issue 4. We could see that sort of like, you know, one thing that happened in the movie is that Billy died, and he let Billy go through rather than, you know, take his spot rather than him do it himself. And I could see that happening because they mentioned like in issue 3, we have this that can make a body and it's only good enough for one time, you know? So I have a feeling that might be something like that. But which brings us to whatever happened to this sequel. So to give you guys a quick history lesson, what happened was this movie came out in 2017. It's not that it didn't do well, it's that the toys didn't do as well as Saban had wanted. That was the main thing. The movie did fine in retrospect to what they did, and it did really good to what they said. Like at that time was Redbox was still like a real big thing at that time. So DVD rentals, and people buying physical media. That did really, really well.
Oh yeah, I had the DVD of that. I remember buying that.
Sean Meadows says, "Hey, what's up, Sean? Man? How you doing?" But shortly after that, so we talked to Melissa Flores on here, who's the lead writer on Boom Comics right now, and she was working for Saban at the time. And the idea of Saban was like, you know, that it didn't go as well as he had wanted to, right? Especially with the toy sales. And he's like, basically, that they took the brand as far as they could, and he didn't think they could push it anymore. And that's when they sold it to Hasbro. Now, they sold it to the movie came out in 2017. They sold it to Hasbro like mid to, you know, third or fourth quarter 2018. So at that time, Hasbro was like, we're still gonna make a sequel to that movie. We've already established universe. They wanted to like basically like, you know, use that train, right? Because they didn't have to pay anything for the first movie. So it was almost like they had like this, you know, already like pre-existing thing that they could work off of, right? And it would be easy for them. Well, in 2019, they were just like, you know what? Like, no. And they canceled it. So that's why we didn't get a sequel to the movie. That being said, you know, at the end of the first movie, there was really big teases of, you know, they were going to introduce Tommy. And we had seen a Green Ranger already in that movie, but it was Rita. Rita was the original Green Ranger.
Right.
But for this one, they were Tommy. But at that time, I don't know if you remember, but they were really talking about the cast wanted, I would say the cast wanted, and a lot of people behind the scenes wanted to make Tommy a female. So I don't know what would you think? Is the movie something that you liked, and would you have wanted to see a sequel?
Oh yeah, for sure. I went and saw it in theaters when it first came out, and I mean, I really enjoy it. It's still one that I watch every now and then, like it's just in my rotation. So I really enjoyed it. I liked how they did Goldar. I thought that was really cool.
See, that's the one thing I didn't. I couldn't
You
like.
didn't?
I didn't like the Goldar. Like I love the movie. I think the movie's great, right? But one of the big issues I had, or there's a couple of issues I had. The one issue was Goldar, but another issue I had was that I think they were very much. This movie was like, we are going to get a sequel, and we absolutely
Mhm.
know that, right? Like they're like, we
Yeah.
absolutely, and they did it. So we spent a lot of time in character development, which was great, right?
Mhm.
But we didn't get a lot of action and a lot of time, like Ranger suit time, right?
True.
Which I think would have helped toy sales if there was more times that they were in the suit.
True.
But Goldar was, it was hard for, because I loved Goldar from the original show. So
Right, but they were kind of showing it as I don't want to say like more realistic, but more realistic. Like if that was in that kind of world, like if you're giving teenagers this kind of power, like of course they're going to, have a lot of questions and try to figure it out because they're also trying to figure out who they are.
mhm.
So I like that they played to that, but I do agree that more suit time would have been nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, but I do like how, the Megazord came together, how they needed to actually trust in each other to morph.
Yeah,
So it's not just like you're chosen, but you also have to still work together. So I like that aspect because, growing up, I was like, what happened if they moved away? Like
yeah.
could Kimberly really have just like what if monsters just appear? What was it, France, or that she went off to when
Oh, wait, France? What do you mean France?
like when in the OG series, when Kimberly had to give her powers away, she had a opportunity or
She
something.
was joining. She was going to like Olympics training, if I remember correctly, for gymnastics.
Yeah, but it was in a different country, right?
I want to say so, maybe, or maybe the coach was from a different country.
One of the two. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure
See,
either.
it
But
was Florida Plan Global Games. Yep, there you go.
and so I always thought like growing up, I was like, I mean, she can teleport. Like why why does she have to go away?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Or
mean,
like why are they just attacking Angel Grove? Like I feel like if the monsters were smart, like they're on the moon. They
right?
can go anywhere. Why aren't you like just attacking another area, like draw them out and then like go attack the command center, you know?
Yeah. I think it's funny because, well, I feel like the movie kind of addressed that a little bit because they
Mhm.
said the Zeo crystal was there.
Exactly.
Well, under the Krispy Kreme, right? So that's the joke. But there was a reason why they were going to keep attacking because the Zeo crystal was there, right? So,
Right.
um, Patrick says the cast has become such a sensational hit. I'm proud of each and one of them after this film. They got to do amazing film shows and music.
Mhm.
That's the thing, man. This cast was so okay. Like you had Zordon, who was Bryan Cranston, so it was already an Oscar winner there, right? Your Rita was Elizabeth Banks, like
Right?
amazing, and then uh, your Alpha voice was Bill Hader, which was that's amazing. And then the cast was like at that time the cast was very young and very kind of
Mhm.
nobody, right? But let's start with we got the Black Ranger, Ludi Lin, who is now Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
We got RJ Cyler, Billy the Blue Ranger, who's been on a bunch of TV shows and a bunch of HBO Max shows now. He's working all the time. And I think he's a rapper as well, or does music. And then we have Kimberly Naomi Scott,
Mhm.
who went on to go Princess Jasmine, Charlie's Angels, and has done a lot of
Mhm.
stuff. I think she's doing music now too. And then you have the
Yeah.
Red Ranger. Oh my God, his name escapes me but I see his face.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
I can picture him too. I just
oh my
I'm
God,
I'm terrible with names. You're better at this than I
he was
am.
he was Billy in Stranger Things. He
Mhm.
was he was in Elvis. He's been in all these movies that are like
Yeah.
Oscar nominated. Oh my God, it starts with a D. Someone's gonna tell me in the chat.
Yeah, look at chat.
Look at chat. Hold on. Brazen Brian Kaiser wasn't making breaking that. Oh my God, it's gonna bug the crap out of me. But most importantly, it had Becky G. And
Yeah, I
Be-
was waiting for you to say that one for last.
Becky G is just amazing in everything that she does. And yeah, she's just amazing. But at that time, she was probably the most well known person
Mhm.
at that time because she had already been doing music for quite a while. She had
Yeah.
already been doing acting. She was on that show. What was it called? Empire. Remember
Mhm.
that as well. Dacker Montgomery. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
That was bugging me. Thank you, Raymar and Patrick. I appreciate you and Jed Young. Um, they've all gone like they're all superstars now. So like
Mhm.
when people say like why can't they do a sequel now is because they can't afford them.
Yeah,
Like
no.
even then I couldn't surprise they could afford Brian Kristen and Elizabeth Banks at that time. Like they got super
Right.
lucky back. at that time. So there's no way they can afford that cast anymore at all. And honestly, like I the great thing about that cast is none of them has been like, oh yeah, Power Rangers. You know what I mean? Like none of them acted like that as well. They're like, yeah, man, like it got me to here. You know what I mean? Like it got me to that role, and then it got me to that role. So it's they all still acknowledge it very fondly. And I think Becky G and Naomi Scott are still like best friends because of that movie as well. That and Zordon was way more, and I missed the wise old sage. He was kind of a D. I have to agree with that as well. So one thing that we can talk about here. Okay, the giveaway. So guys, next week we are having the big giveaway here. It is pinned to the top of my Facebook page. It is also in the community of how to enter. But to basically summarize it, to enter, go to the Matt Hodson interview, comment your favorite Kimberly moment of all time, and then you're entered. As long as you're in the United States only, you have a chance of the Green Ranger and the Black and Gold Dragon Sword. Now, guys, this is a sponsored gift. This was given to us by Wanda, who donated this to the channel for a special giveaway. So everyone in the chat, that especially if you've entered, make sure to thank Wanda, because Wanda has made this possible to do this year. She sent it to me right after Christmas, and she was like, "Yeah, just like do it like one day on a random giveaway." I was like, "Dude, that's like you have a Super 7 Green Ranger and a Dragon Zord. That's like $100 worth of stuff right there." And she was like, "Oh," I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, we're not just doing it some random night. Like we're gonna do it right. So,
Wanda's the best.
Yeah, she is awesome. So the thing is, we've only gotten like 100 entries so far, or like 140 entries. So, although it's been kind of a short giveaway, last time I did the big one, it was like 2 months ahead of time, right? But this one is coming up next week. If you have not entered in the United States, all the info is all pinned to the top of my Facebook page or my community chat. But yes, thank you, Wanda, for doing this for the community, and for our community in particular. Thank you for doing this. And I'll make sure to get it to the person who wins, and hopefully they'll love it, because it's a really awesome. I was like, man, I'll put it this way. I don't have one of these guys, so you're going to have something I don't have. And that brings us to NostalgiaCon, guys. So NostalgiaCon is like in 3 weeks now. As you guys know, I've been working really closely here with them in San Antonio. I'm sorry. We are also doing a show in Houston, which I found out I will be working with as well. That is coming up May 10th through 12th here in San Antonio. Guys, if you are planning to go, especially you're in the area and you plan on going, make sure you use our promo code LEGACY. You have to press the little unlock button on the Ticketmaster thing, and it gets you 5% off for your tickets. So make sure you guys do that. Who are we going to have there? Of course, we're going to have Walter Jones, the original Black Ranger, which I helped coordinate. So I can say that I helped making that happen, which was cool. I guess I helped with Tracy Lynn Cruz as well. So I actually will have my own section at NostalgiaCon, and I will have Tracy Lynn Cruz in my section on Saturday, and the whole weekend I will have Philip Andrew, the Lunar Wolf Ranger, there as well. Others that will be there in attendance, Blake Foster will be there at the More Phenomenal booth. He will have his own booth, I think sort of near us, but he will be there as well. And then last but not least, Jenna Frank will be joining us, and she will be there as well all weekend. So guys, it's a big lineup. And for we got another event coming up, I forgot to mention, but also NostalgiaCon, we actually are having an official after party that my team has helped put together. We are going to be having it at Pat O'Brien's. It's actually like 10-minute walk from the con itself. So especially if you're having a hotel around there that night, or you park somewhere close and you don't want to park, have to go change your parking, you don't have to worry, because it's literally like, I think it's an 8-minute walk to the front door, from the front door of the con to the front door of Pat O'Brien's. It'll be from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. We are going to have a lot of fun stuff there going on. It's going to be great. I will try not to party too much, because I have to work on Saturday at the con. I have the Power Rangers panel on Saturday. And then, of course, go ahead.
Sorry. Speaking of conventions, as someone that likes to attend them, it's so much better to buy your ticket online. So definitely take advantage of that code. It's it saves a lot of stress, at least for me as a cosplayer, to have my ticket already done. I don't have to wait in a long line to buy it. It's just go ahead and save yourself some effort. That way you don't have to deal with it the day of. And then you can go see more of your favorite stars.
Exactly, guys. So just get that taken care of, and make sure to use the coupon code to get a couple dollars off. It basically takes off your taxes, so that helps off with, especially with the Ticketmaster fees and all that stuff. And then in August we have another event. We have More Phenomenal Expo here in San Antonio. It's just like I feel like San Antonio has become like a big Power Ranger city, like a stopping point.
Yeah, I'm so jealous. I'm so far away. I'm like, I wish I could come
Whatever.
down there.
You have Morphicon over there.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I'm about to say I think you have the one big event, and we have like several events throughout the year with
Right.
like a lot of Power Rangers that come for some reason. So of course we'll have Steve Cardenas there. We will have Catherine Sutherland will be there as well, Kat, and then we'll have Nakia Baris there as well. And he just put up something not too long ago, hinting at 2 more Rangers that will be there as well. So guys, make sure especially if you're not going to Morphicon this year, or if you want to go to Morphicon but it's like a little bit too expensive, San Antonio is way cheaper than California. It's a lot more affordable trip. The flights here are cheaper, the hotel rooms are cheaper, the food is cheaper, and there's a lot of honestly like the food here is cheaper because there's a lot of Mexican restaurants and it's so good, and they don't charge a lot, which is I don't know, it's just easy to do.
California is so expensive.
That's what I hear, and that makes me nervous.
So expensive.
So we are covering Godzilla versus Power Rangers here on the channel, so that's one thing to look out for. So I wanted to talk about some of the people that have been helping the channel lately in different ways. So this weekend, I know Josh, our friend Josh here, who's in the chat right now, went to a con, and he basically represented. He wore our shirt, our logo, and met David Yost, which was really, really cool. I know some of you guys have done that here before, and especially those that bought shirts. I think every one of you that we're comfortable with have been featured on the channel. So guys, Josh went, and he also met Walter Jones as well. So I appreciate you guys representing me at your con. I appreciate Josh representing, man. That was really, really awesome. I'm glad I know he's been working a lot lately, so I'm glad he got an opportunity to go have some fun, which was awesome. Now Miss Little Tanya, our friend very much across the ocean, went to a con in Australia, and she got to meet Tessa Rao and Fern from Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, and she wore my shirt there as well. And so she got to she said that Tessa Rao hugged her, and she was like, I hugged the Ranger, and I was just thinking because Tessa Rao would hug me too, and I was like, I think she's a hugger, but she's super awesome. So I want to thank both of you guys for representing. I really appreciate you guys. That was really cool of you guys to go out there. I know you can wear a Power Ranger shirt so easy, but they wore something representing me, which was awesome. So I appreciate you guys.
Going back to a comment that you flipped through about, I guess one con doesn't have any Power Rangers. You can actually go onto the Fan Expo Cleveland. You can totally go on the website, and there's usually a place to request who you'd like to see. So if you and a group of other your friends that are all planning on attending, you can go and you can request people, and there's usually a little box that you can do it. And I would definitely recommend that because that just improves everyone's con experience. If there's people there that these con owners, they have so many people to choose from, and sometimes they don't know who to pick. So if they have people telling them to like bring a Power Ranger, bring someone, I would be as specific as possible, and I would also make sure you don't spam it, because if you spam it, then they're probably not going to do that, because you do have to provide like an email or something, some identifying feature, so they'll know if it's one person saying a ton of stuff.
Oh, I got you. Trying to, oh my God. So guys, I'm looking at Kat's, and she needs 5 more followers before we can do the sticker giveaway. So I'm going to put her link back in the chat. And so if you want to show those stickers real quick.
Yeah, of course.
She's willing to give this away tonight if she gets 5 more followers. She's willing to ship them out internationally. So if you guys are watching from the UK, Australia, I said Australia already, Canada, China, Japan.
Yeah, I have a bunch of them. So just you guys are doing great. Thank you so much for the follows. Did it break? Oh, no, I don't.
My internet will go out randomly.
Okay. I was so confused. I was like, what did I break now?
So it's been a thing, and it's random, and I think there's too many devices on my internet, so I actually like put down 2 of them before I jumped on, but I don't know. But yeah, I broke my own. Yes. Did you get your? Let's see if we got them. Oh, you need one more, one more follower, guys, and she'll be able to ship those out.
I also have tiny little morphers. They're not by me. And also the lightning bolt. So those will also go
What
in
the
there.
heck, man? You
I
got all this cool stuff. So you make all these for?
Yeah, I have a bunch of them, but I didn't grab the right one with the little mini stuff.
Dude, message me, please. Nick says he follows you. Noel, can we see the green one? Did you already show
Yeah,
the
of
green one?
course. I have green and white.
Ooh, need one more, guys.
One
One
more.
more. And put it up here again. One time, like I was like clicking something and I just totally like kicked myself out of the stream. It wasn't even my internet. It was like I just like took myself out. Like I got too excited. My kids are happy. They're famous.
That
You
was
know
such a
what?
cute picture.
I don't think I showed them. Hold on. So she actually like a whole team of cosplayers went out to her con. Oh, I didn't put it.
Oh.
So I'm sorry. I thought I put your photo. I my bad. But her kiddos there got to pose with like a Yellow Ranger cosplayer, a Red Ranger cosplayer, and a Blue Ranger cosplayer. So yeah, I thought that was really cool.
We got it. We got
Awesome. So real quick before we do that, so this is Shelly Bradley. If you guys have been in the Power Ranger groups for a couple years, you'll recognize that name, Shelly Bradley. She's been in a lot of the groups. I don't think I've ever talked to her, but I recognized her name when it was brought up today. She's been a big Power Rangers fan, and she's been like, a very good positive force in the groups for years and years. And if you guys have been on, but I found out she passed away today. She had slipped into a coma, I think earlier this month, and unfortunately she's no longer with us. So I just wanted to kind of highlight her a little bit. I remember seeing her in the comments. I'm pretty sure she's been here on this channel as well. But I wanted to express my condolences to Shelly's family and her loved ones and her friends. And if you're out there, just make sure you tell your loved ones you love them, and just have positive thoughts. So I just wanted to make sure to share that. But guys, if you guys see in the groups, just kind of uh, show your condolences, because I think she had a lot of friends in the groups as well. So, alrighty, so we got it. We got the 1-4. We got the 1-6. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me pull up
Overachievers. Thank you.
Let me pull up the giveaway tool and get it ready.
Yeah, while you're doing that, I can talk about cosplaying a little bit.
Go ahead.
Because you said that you I'm blanking on the name. Wonderful Australian friend got
Tanya?
Tanya, got pictures with a few Ranger cosplayers.
Yeah.
If you see like cosplayers and you want to get a picture with them, just approach them. I promise you, we're really nice, and we're insecure about it too. So if you want a picture, that like honestly makes our day. So yeah, just be nice and respectful, and then you all can nerd out together about Power Rangers, because obviously if they're cosplaying, then they love the show too.
That's well. I mean, yeah, and I think there's a big thing. I feel like it's been being said more lately, but being respectful and consent and everything. But yes, as you guys see, to enter, if you want the sticker, #sticker, enter it in the chat, and it'll start putting in the entries. Again, this is international, so Tanya, make sure you enter.
Yes.
We'll give it a couple of minutes because we got 22 new followers, so we should at least have 22 entries. Oh, you got 23. You got another one still going.
Oh, you guys are the best. Thank you. Yeah. Being respectful to a cosplayer means asking their permission before taking a picture. I know it's hard when we're all busy and we have a lot to do at the con. You know, we want to go see everyone. We want to see our friends. We want to go see the stars. We maybe just want to like take a picture in a certain spot if that's like a con that you've been to before, or if there's like a photograph area. But please ask permission before taking pictures. And then a lot of times people will give you their social media handles so you can tag them, and then you can get connected after the con, because you meet a lot of really cool people, but it's hard to remember them all. So if you tag someone in the picture, usually in all the cases I've had, like we'll end up following each other, and just you can meet a lot of cool friends that way.
I feel like I'm very, very new to the cosplay game. I still haven't really officially cosplayed, but we do have a team.
How are you new to it when you have a team?
Well, I mean, I put people in charge of the team that are very more seasoned for it. So while I oversee the team, I have people that actually that are much more familiar with the community and the craft of it. They are running it. So I don't even I oversee like the TikTok page and the Instagram page, but I don't necessarily like post or run it. So but we do have I think we have 4 people now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4, so we almost have a full team. So we're looking for one more person here in San Antonio area to join. So we have like a full 5 squad team, but we're getting close. We're going to. We made our debut at Retromania, which was a lot of fun. We're going to be out in Force and NostalgiaCon. They're going to be. I'm not going to be able to cosplay at all. I cosplayed like a little bit. Like I wore like a hoodie and the helmet.
That counts. That totally counts.
Whatever. But
no. We're pausing here. All cosplay is valid. Do whatever you're most comfortable with. And if that means wearing a certain type of shirt or something, and that's your cosplay, or maybe even trying to match one of the outfits that you see, yeah, it doesn't have to be accurate or perfect. It can be your version of that character. Something that I've seen people, do a modern version of some of the MMPR Rangers. Yeah, exactly. Cosplay is for everyone. And so it doesn't matter what level you are at, because all that matters is that it makes you happy. Do cosplay for yourself, not for others.
I will say, those that regularly cosplay are much more braver than I am. And it's not something I'm really comfortable with yet, but I did the hoodie. I wore the helmet for a couple pictures, and it was fun. I won't be able to get to do it. I'll be working too much on NostalgiaCon to be able to do it. But again, one thing that we had talked about was like I'm finally off of restrictions, so like I can carry my daughter now, and I was trying to get healed up and stuff like that. And I've lost some more weight too, so that's one thing that's I want to work on for myself as well. But if I get to a point where I'm more comfortable with it, I think you definitely can see myself going further with it. So, all right, guys, we got 20 people that's entered. I'm going to go ahead and hit it because it stayed at 20 for a second. Guys, if you want to enter #sticker, you got 10 seconds. We're going to do that right away. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good luck to whoever won.
Who will be?
Let's see who wins. Oh,
Oh, Andrew!
Andrew. Awesome, man.
Congrats.
So,
These will be headed your way.
so Andrew, you can message me on Facebook, or can I message you, Cat?
Go through you.
Go through me. So go through me. You can message me on Facebook. I see you're on Facebook, or you can message me on Instagram or email me at thelegacyofnerd@gmail.com, and we'll get you those stickers. Just message me your shipping info. All right, guys, that is going to be it for tonight. We are having the big stream next week. Remember, if you have not entered for the Green Ranger giveaway, to enter because it's awesome. Awesome. Andrew's still here. Congratulations. um, so, if you haven't entered, make sure you enter. We'll have a big stream next week about it. You know what? I think I've been trying to think of what I was going to talk about next week, and I think what a lot of people want to hear from me is sort of the drama that's been going on. And for the first time ever, I'm going to address my thoughts on some of the drama. But we're also going to talk just like Power Rangers and just have fun too. So I didn't even get to talk about the figures and like the third party figures. The more we got more of them that are coming out. So we need to talk about that. Maybe
we're having too much fun.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have probably more comic books to talk about then too. So guys, that's going to be it for tonight. I want to thank everyone that's being here. Tripping Over Toys. I appreciate you, LeBron. DJ, Rachel Jones, Cole, Noel. Congratulations to Andrew for winning. Random person, get this out. 1, 2, 3. I really love that for some reason.
That's such a good.
I like it. It's good. Chris Thomas, Astronaut Ranger, saying AZ, of course. Johnny Monetto, Sean Metal, Patrick. Thanks for joining us. Remember to message me, man. Message me. Hope Santino, of course, Tanya and Josh for representing me at the cons. I really appreciate that, and that helps a lot. Like little things help like that big time. Raymar, Motos, that Power Rangers guy. I think there was a Christopher who was on the Power Rangers Multiverse podcast. Nathan E. Guys, there's so many of you that joined up tonight. I really appreciate all of you guys. Nick Tillett, and I think that's me it. All right, guys. Y'all, I'll see you guys next week for the big stream. Remember to enter if you haven't. And the Lady Cat, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Everyone, y'all know what time it is. It's morphin' time.